Okay, we're back again with another power unit rebuild. I just got this in. We're going to check it out, pull off the cover, plug it in, see what's going on. This is power unit rebuild number 7. This is an NM13A, 7 ounces and 5.5 amp, 134A. Let's finish taking this apart. Okay, so we jumped out between the black lead and the blue, which is the thermostat, and we'll see what we got here. Evaporator fan's on, condenser fan's on, compressor's not starting. I hear something. Always check the amperage draw to see if this thing's on. So the whole unit, whoa. I think we got another seized compressor here. Yeah. Let's see if this thing tries to restart. Now there it goes, almost 20. Okay. So we know we got a seized compressor, but before we change the compressor, we're going to put a hard start kit on here, and I just have one over here because I've got this old Tecumseh compressor that I pulled out of that other Northland unit. This is also seized, and years ago I haven't done this in a really long time, but we used to be able to apply 220 volts temporarily. It's like for a second to the terminals to free it up in case it was stuck. I'm going to try that, but I'm not having much hope. The other thing is, we could fix this compressor. We could cut the dome off, pull it off, and find out why it's seized. Maybe there's no oil in there. I don't know. But we're always trying to find ways of saving money around here, especially now with the tariffs. All our compressors come from either Canada, Tecumseh, or Brazil and Braco, and both countries are heavily tariffed, so that's not good. Because I looked up online to try to find a replacement compressor for this, and it was over $1,300. And that's the way the market works. If something's really hard to get, and it will affect us all. Alright, let's see if this is going to work. Oh, it started. Great. Let's see what happens here. Maybe it just needed a relay. Oh, wrong wire. 4.3, 4.2, 4.1. That's pretty normal. That's pretty normal. Alright, I'm going to let this run a little bit and put a new relay on here. Boy, if this guy sent this unit to me all the way from Seattle because somebody out there didn't know how to diagnose it. Okay, let's let this run and we'll come back to it. Check the pressure, we'll put a process port on, and so on and so forth. She's up and running. I've got a hard start kit on there. Drawing 4.6 amps. Let's see what we're drawing for the whole unit. 5.2. So the compressor's drawing 4.6 amps. Now this is let me see if I can get in there with a light. Pretty sure this is a quarter horsepower. This is a TPA 1413. TPA 1413 YXA. Let me look that up and see what horsepower that is. Alright. This is a 3rd horsepower. It's a TPA 1413 YXA polyester oil. Everything looks normal. Low starting torque. That's pretty good, because most of the compressors we use on these are 3rd horsepowers, with the exception of that unit I have over there, which is a different compressor, and it's hard to get. So I see the fans wobbling a little bit. Check the amperage draw again. 4.7. It's kind of like in the normal range. It's a little higher than I'd like to see it, but we'll let it run for a while, and I'll notify the customer that the thing is running. I hear a noise. I think it's coming from inside the compressor. Let me see if I have a stethoscope here. Yeah, should have. There it is. Sounds normal. Well, everything sounds normal. Alright, I'm going to let this run for a while, and we'll check it out in a little bit. Okay, so on this Tecumseh compressor that's in this unit is a 3rd horsepower, as we said. It's a low starting torque, but the locked rotor amps is 20.5. So locked rotor amps is usually 6 times the run amps. So if we divide 6 into 20, we're going to get so if we divide 20.5 locked rotor amps by 6, because the locked rotor amps is normally 6 times the run amps, we're going to get 3.4, and that would be normal. And now, like I say, we're drawing. I mean, the compressor does sound a little noisy to me, and it does feel a little hot. We got 4.9, so we're drawing over 1 amp more than we should be. This is the clamping around the run winding. That's 5 amps. So we definitely have something wrong inside this compressor. I could hear it. It just sounds a little noisy. I don't know if it has the right amount of oil in it, but we could draw all the refrigerant out and run it that way without being under a load, and see what we're getting. That might help us, but I still feel like we're going to have to change this compressor. So let's continue to do some diagnostics. So we are about ready to button up this power unit number 7. It's been sitting in a 29-inch vacuum all day, so I'm sure that there's no leaks. So we're just going to put a little bit more insulation around this pipe here, prevent vibration. And then we're going to charge it up and get it going so we can get it back to the customer. Alright, let me do this. So, turn this off here. Okay. Okay, so one other thing that I did, well, after I put this compressor in, because there's no gas in there, it was drawing 5 amps without a load. And the other unit I worked on, the power unit number 6, that I put the 5th horsepower compressor in, was drawing, let me see, I think this one was drawing 2.4 amps without a load. So now that I have, where is my, this unit here is drawing 2.9 under load. So just to give you a general idea, the amperage draws. Okay, so let's get back to this number 7 here. We put some extra insulation on here to cushion these lines. Okay, and I just need to put it up on 4x4s so we can start it up and get it running. Okay, so we got this thing charged up. We're shy about a half an ounce of gas, but there's definitely something wrong here. We got 270 psi on the high side. That's way too much, and the back pressure is high also for this size horsepower. And so I'm also checking the amperage draw. 6 amps. I don't think so. I think that compressor is defective. And it's happened before, so it happens. That's the reason why you have to check it. But 6 amps, drawing 5 amps without a load on it, and it's really hot, and the head pressure is too high, and the back pressure is too high. We got a problem with this compressor, so we're going to change it, put another one in. Okay, here's an update on this power unit module here, number 7. We put the compressor in, replaced it the second time. We were running high on the head pressure. I thought the compressor was bad, so I did some more checking, and I put an external fan on the outside to give it some more cooling power, and its pressure on the high side dropped down 100 psi. So I started investigating the condenser fan motor, and it was kind of stopping abruptly, and I think it had a tight bearing in it. So what I did was I took these 2 brackets off. These go like this, and I have this extra one here. I trimmed it down, drilled it in before I took the whole motor out, so it had a good spacing. And now we're going to put in this SM5109. It's a little stronger than the 2-watt Whirlpool motors that I use. We'll give that a shot and see what the head pressure looks like. But everything else was working, so let's get started. Okay, so we got the fan motor installed. Spacing looks good. One other problem here with this unit. Now I've pressurized it with nitrogen twice and brought the pressure up to 200 psi, and it's down. Twice it's done that. So the freon, the nitrogen's leaking out somewhere, and we have to find out. It could be from the hose. I had to put a new seal in my hose. I don't know if it's leaking there. I did check for leaks several times, but I'm going to do it one more time, and if I don't find any leaks out here, we're going to take the cover off and check the evaporator coil. This definitely seems like it has a leak, and we have to fix that before we send it back. Okay. Now I pumped in 200 psi nitrogen into the system about an hour ago. The gauge has come down 1 point, and I am checking with my ultrasound, and I cannot find any leaks. And I've put bubbles right there. I'm not finding anything. That scares me. You have to find out why that pressure's dropping. Is it a leak? Is it in my hose? Nothing. Nothing at all. Oh, I hear something. Any bubbles? Okay, so it's not leaking from the system. It's leaking from my gauge manifold. And that's something we can do a fix. Alright, let's find another way. So I hooked up different gauges, different manifolds. We got 175 on the high side. I'll let that sit. In the meantime, we can put this condenser fan motor in and finish this part of it up. It goes in like that. Sorry, it goes in like that. Wait. This is the top. It goes like that. Alright, so we'll put this in, and when we're convinced that it's holding pressure, I guess maybe in the morning, we can drain out the nitrogen and weigh in the gas and see how it works with this new fan on here. So clockwise, it says 2 watt, it turns this way, clockwise from the back. It says it's a 2 watt, but it's 1550 RPM, and the motor that was in here is, I believe, a 2 watt. Don't know what it says here on the RPMs, can't see. But this is a factory motor, and I felt like it had a tight bearing in it, because when I first took it out, the blade was stopping, not like slowly, but like abruptly, meaning something's tight in there. So we're trying it. We're going to see how it works, see how the head pressure does, the high side pressure does with this new motor in there. All right, let's let this sit, and we'll come back to it in the morning. Okay, my friends, we let this thing sit overnight. It's holding the pressure. We're good to go. So we'll drain out the nitrogen, do a sweep charge it up, start it up, and see where we're at. Okay, got a 29-inch vacuum here, which is a good strong compressor. Fan motor is a lot stronger than the one that came in there, so that should bring down our head pressure. So now we're going to weigh the gas in. Okay, so we weighed in 7 ounces of 134A. Our back pressure is about 6 or 7 pounds. It's normal. We don't have a frost back. The suction line's a little cool. Now we're going to put the cover on and check the amperage draw. .6, that's normal. Okay. Okay, the back pressure came down a little bit. You just have to tweak the tubing in here and get this situated so I can put the cover back on. But it's looking good. Looking really good. So now what we'll do is we'll check the temperature. what that does, and then we'll come back. Okay, my friends, unfortunately I lost some of the video footage for this Northland Power Unit number 7. I don't know what happened. I'm having problems with my cameras. I have 2 of these, and I just need a new one. Anyway, everything worked out fine. I got the unit up and running. It was head pressure was normal. I guess maybe that condenser fan motor, a little stronger fan motor, helped bring the head pressure down. So it was drawing normal back pressure. I got the temperature down to -8, which is pretty damn good for a Northland Power Unit. So that's it for now. I don't have any more units in my shop right now, so we'll see what comes in. I am working on a GE monogram here right now, which has a leak in it, and I have to find it, and it's hard to find. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.